Hi, my name's Tom. I'm based here in the UK. I've started this channel called Parallel Economy as a way to help people get prepared for any problems that we might have in the banking system or with our money, which I think could be coming at us pretty quickly. As I speak here in the UK, we from yesterday we didn't have a prime minister anymore. It seems to be in a bit of chaos politically. We've just had a big problem with our pension industry, almost went bust and had to be kind of bailed out by the Bank of England. We have 9%, 10% inflation. We have huge debts. The government's borrowing billions to subsidize energy bills. So things are getting a little dicey. But there's things you can do. There are quite a few things you can do, solid, practical things which you can do right away to help yourselves. So let's just have a look first at the way our high street banks are treating us at the moment. The way I see it might be a bit dramatic, but we're prime suspects in a kind of money laundering drama, like the Ozarks or something like that, or Breaking Bad. So what it is that our banks and other people we deal with related to money, like solicitors, they're now being forced to treat us as suspicious characters, and if we do anything that might be deemed to be suspicious, they have to report us to the National Crime Agency. So the Law Society says that any transaction greater than £3,000 must be reported as a suspicious transaction and investigated by them. So if they don't do that, they could go to prison themselves. So they don't want that. So they will err on the side of caution and investigate anything that could be suspicious. And while you're being investigated, your money has been frozen, and that can go on for some time. I've myself had experience of this. That I transferred money between two of my banks, and £5,000, and it was frozen. They wouldn't tell me specifically why it was frozen. I've done exactly the same transactions previously. I went to the bank a few weeks ago, wanted to withdraw some cash. The teller asked me, why I needed that money. She wasn't being nosy. She had to do that and record it. So it's quite restrictive. I find it quite annoying. I've realised that money in the bank isn't my money. Everyone assumes it's your money. To them, you are an unsecured creditor. You're an account number, and it's not your money. And it's I think silly to think of it that way, because it really isn't, and you could lose it very easily. There's nothing much we can do about this from the point of view of banks, because they all have to do this. So you can't just move to another bank and expect things to get better. They won't. They'll be the same. Linked to this, the amount of money you can get out of the cash machine each day is quite restricted. The most that a normal high street bank account will give you is 500. That's at Lloyd's Halifax. Most others start off at 300. You have to have a special account to get up to 1,000. Not much information in this Sun article about how much you can withdraw in the branch. Lloyd's Halifax was £2,500 without pre-ordering. I guess it's about that amount with the others. And if you want to take out more money, you have to provide evidence of what it's for. I bought a second-hand car from a dealership. I wanted to get money transferred, and I had to tell the bank what it was for and provide a copy of the invoice. So it's getting quite restrictive, and if there was a run on the bank, so I don't know if you remember, but back I think in 2007, 2008, Northern Rock Bank ran into difficulties. Its customers obviously lost confidence, thought the bank was going bust. It eventually did go bust, and they all queued up outside the branches to try and get their money out before the money was frozen or lost for good. There were similar pictures on the news in Greece and Cyprus when they had similar banking problems. In Italy, banks have gone bust recently, and they've had bail-ins whereby your account just gets converted to shares in the bank. So you can't get money out anymore. You could possibly you get a share, but you probably couldn't sell that share. So you effectively lost your money or your access to cash. Here in the UK, fortunately, the Bank of England, basically our government will guarantee your money up to £85,000 per person per account. But again, if the bank did go bust, I don't think you'd be able to get any or much cash out. And this 85,000 probably take months to process. So what can you do? You can go and get some storage, get a storage locker, and put your pile of cash in that. But I guess most of us don't have that much money. So I think what you need to do is to have an emergency fund of cash, enough to get you through a few weeks, maybe a month. So you can go to the supermarket, buy food and goods, keep you going while basically the Bank of England sorts out any banks that are in trouble or whatever. So you need some cash. You can keep it under the mattress or somewhere safe in your house. It might be a good idea at this stage to make some other preparations, like get yourself a safe deposit box somewhere. Get yourself a safe in your house. But if inflation does carry on the way it's going and get worse, you might actually need a storage unit because you might need a lot of cash. And that's actually, it's a joke, but people in Germany in the 1920s were burning banknotes to keep warm because of the value of the banknotes just basically evaporated. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Another way of storing value, and especially for protecting yourself against inflation, is with precious metals like gold and silver. Gold and silver coins are quite easy to conceal and store in your house or in your safe. The Royal Mint issues sovereigns, which are a legal tender, legal currency in the UK. I don't think you can rock up to Lidl and put a gold sovereign down on the counter and expect to pay for your groceries. They wouldn't know what it was. But you can buy and sell them through coin dealers. They're good online coin dealers who will sell you some sovereigns. You'll receive them in the insured post the next day, and you can send them back, and they'll put money in your bank account when they buy them from you. You can always check your local jewelers. They'll usually buy gold coins from you as well. So in a real emergency, you can convert them to cash. A modern alternative to gold and to cash money you might want to consider is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. And now it's possible to go what they call bankless. And there are people who survive entirely on their bitcoins without touching bank accounts. It is possible, but at the moment it's rather limited. There's a limited number of merchants who will take Bitcoin or Bitcoin Lightning payments, but it's increasing all the time. Bitcoins you custody them yourself, so you own them. No one can take them away from you if you keep them safe in a crypto wallet. The best, safest wallets are cold wallets, which are very secure. They're not online, so they can't be hacked when they're off when you're not using them. We haven't got them connected to the internet, which is uh, the safest way to keep your Bitcoin. For day-to-day walking around money, you can have what they call a hot wallet on your phone, and now you can do contactless instant payments using the Bitcoin's Lightning Network to pay vendors. I think if the banking system does start to fail, essentially, or there are restrictions put on how much money you can take out and what you can do, there will be a parallel economy building up where more and more vendors will want to take crypto payments like Bitcoin Lightning. It takes minutes to set up an app for the vendor to take money using their phone or iPad or something like that, and they can get you can do contactless transactions. You scan their QR code into your phone, you authorize it on your phone, and instantly the Bitcoin or the Bitcoin Lightning payment gets made. There's a great resource called BTC Map or Bitcoin Map, which shows you all the vendors who do this all over the world, and specifically, you can look at your local ones on the map. And I just think there'll be more and more people doing that. It makes sense. You don't pay credit card fees. You don't pay PayPal fees. There's no chargebacks. You differentiate yourself from other vendors who don't take it. So I think when the crunch time comes, it'll spring up, and it will start being widely used. So I think what you should do now is be careful about how much money you put in your bank account. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you've got more than one bank account, you and your partner or family, you might want to spread it out there. Especially, don't keep more than £85,000 in a single account. Have some cash for emergencies. Have somewhere safe to put that cash. Think about some precious metals if inflation keeps going. I don't think it will. I think actually we're headed for deflation. Some things will be expensive, like energy, but other things, we're going into a recession, prices will fall. So I'm not so worried about inflation, but I'm worried about the banking system potentially failing. I get a wallet on my phone, and it doesn't cost anything, doesn't take any time. You can buy some Bitcoin and just a little amounts, and just be familiar and be ready. So if things do start getting worse, you are set up and prepared. You know what you're going to do and have a plan. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found it useful. I will be doing some more, but if you liked it, please give it a like, hit the bell for notifications for the next videos, and subscribe to the channel as well. So thanks very much. Hope to be seeing you again soon. Bye for now.